ஆகாஷ்வாணி மாநில செய்திப்பிரிவு வழங்கும் செய்திச் சுடர்.
இன்றைய செய்திச் சுடர் நிகழ்ச்சியில் சென்னையின் சிறப்புக்கு மேலும் வலு சேர்க்கும் வகையில் 100 ஆண்டுகளை கடந்து செயல்பட்டு வரும் தமிழ்நாடு டென்னிஸ் சங்கத்தின் செயல்பாடுகள் குறித்த நேர்காணலின் 2வது பகுதி இடம்பெறுகிறது. ஆங்கிலத்தில் உள்ள இந்நிகழ்ச்சியில் தமிழ்நாடு டென்னிஸ் சங்கத்தின் தலைமைச் செயல் இயக்குநர் திரு ஹிட்டன் ஜோஷியுடன் உரையாடுகிறார் எமது சிறப்பு செய்தியாளர் ஜாய் ஆண்டவன்.
Welcome listeners to another program. Today we are going to have a little conversation with the Chief Executive Officer of Tamil Nadu Tennis Association, Mr. Hiten Joshi. Welcome to our program, sir.
Thank you very much.
A lot of concentration is given to Chennai and Coimbatore. But what about the other districts that you have?
Of course, since last 2 decades, we have been taken tennis to the districts. In fact, way back in the year 2000, we conducted the Gold Flake Aces Tour. And that was the men's tournaments, which we took to Coimbatore and to Trichy and to Madurai. In fact, Trichy has a very good heritage. So does Salem. Of course, Salem was part of Coimbatore. Madurai also has a lot of history of tennis, in fact. And now they run an international junior tournament in Madurai every year for the last 8 years thing. Tennis has been growing there. Like I just said, in Karur, there was a coaching scheme run by Coach Mohan, and the number of players who came up on the national scene, and the current Ritin Pranav hails from that district as well. Earlier, we had Mr. V.R. Balasubramaniam, Ilango Ranganathan, Parthiban, KG Ramesh, KG Suresh, Manoj Kumar. These are the names from Coimbatore, of course, and those districts. Ajay Salaraj from Tuticorin, who shifted to Chennai. The thing is that sometimes the people in the districts think there are things in Chennai has more access, so they come off to the Chennai, so leaving the district bare again. So this does happen.
More than 15 clubs are there.
Clubs are there. Chennai is a big city, so it's such a populated city. So even these 28 clubs don't cater to certain areas in the city. If you go as far as Tondiarpet, or you go towards ECR or things like that, these are all new areas that have developed in the last few decades. But the clubs haven't grown in the same way. The traditional clubs are still within the city. And of course, you have a new population, a new generation of people who look at, there are a lot of adults who want to play tennis now.
Yes.
That I find a very interesting thing, because as they go up the ladder, they also find tennis a good game to take up individual, socially as well as physically. And unlike golf, it is less expensive. So there is a lot of popularity, of course, is there. Of course, we need more facilities, no doubt about it.
So coming to the training side, how is it? Is there a particular way of dealing with coaches, or do we have interest in other countries to come here and train us?
Most of our coaches, nowadays a lot of coaching is there. Like I said, while the playing facilities are not as much, the coaching and the training facilities have increased multifold. Almost everywhere, even in Tambaram, you can find a tennis court. So also it's happened in the districts as well. There are coaches in Coimbatore, like I said, Karur now, and other places. There's a lot of local coaches who have now grown compared to before. Mm-hmm. And definitely there is more training facilities available for the people. As far as association concerned, we had a major coaching scheme many years ago where we supported the players to travel. See, it's not only training and coaching, it's participating in tournaments and participating in the right kind of tournaments. Because it's just not that you keep on playing in under 12 or something like that. You have to go up the ladder till you come to the main part of the competition, which is men and women, basically. So if you get there early as possible to that level, so you can stay in that level, and therefore with the experience you can improve in that level. So we had a program a decade ago called TATE, Tamil Nadu Academy for Tennis Excellence. But now we have a program called the Next Level, and my colleague Rajiv Vijay Kumar, who is the head of development, heads it. We have selected 6 boys and 5 girls, and all of them, that includes Ritin as well. And we support them not only in terms of training and physical fitness, but we also support them traveling to tournaments, trying to make their schedule as per what is required for them, so that they go up the ladder in a steady and a systematic manner. So that is what we are doing. As far as getting foreign coaches is concerned, we have done it in the past. We will do it as and when required. It's not always that we need that. But yes, the players do need exposure to foreign competition to understand it and therefore work on it and develop.
I also wanted to know about how you identify the talents because nowadays, as you said, there are many training programs which are happening all over Tamil Nadu. So, how do you specifically identify that this person will be able to make it?
Just to add to what I said earlier, even the government of Tamil Nadu is running a scheme for the girls. They have a girls' hostel for the young girls, about 14, 15 years old, and they are running a scheme for 12 girls. As far as the selection process is concerned, well, initially it starts with the ranking on under 12, under 14. But of course, we look at all of them as well. We have a panel which consists of some Davis Cup players and other tennis playing members of our association, it's a committee. And we look through them and then we evaluate a potential and then we select them for this program. And of course, we select them on a yearly basis. So every time it has to be renewed. We obviously can't promise somebody that we'll do it for 5 years straight away. There has to be a periodic review all the time. The selection process also, we do it rather annually once so that we try to keep some commitment to the player so that he can be comfortable. We try to keep them for a year at least before we come to a proper judgment as to how far it'll go and how much we can do more for the player.
Okay, so you identify the talent and then give your support to them to fine-tune their talents while playing tournaments.
Yes.
So they are exposed to first state level tournaments and then national level.
We also have grassroots coaching as well. We do have for beginners as well.
Okay.
But this is the elite program that we are talking about now.
Yes.
So, yes, there are a lot of tournaments. There are state ranking tournaments in various age groups. There is the All India national ranking tournaments in the under 12, under 14, under 16, 18, men, women, veterans, plus 35, 45, 55, and so on. And so they have to go up the ladder. I mean, they have to play a few tournaments. There are almost 40 odd tournaments conducted in our state itself, which in various age groups. And the manner of conducting tournaments is actually very open. It is up to you. Whoever wants whatever tournament they want to conduct, as long as they are affiliated body, we normally get them the permission from the All India Tennis Association to conduct a tournament. Or if it is a state ranking, we give them the permission. And we have certain rules that they have to abide by, which they do, and then the tournaments are conducted. So there's a fair amount of tournaments that go on in the state.
Okay. So do you think that in our country, considering children, students, we give importance to education first? So the commitment of the student is there. So how do you sharpen the talents?
This is a
For the
very
students.
debatable topic. A lot of players now, a lot of young people and parents who have decided to do open schooling for the children who are in any sport. There is also a belief, on the other hand, that you should go to school in the initial years because what school gives you is not only it's about studies, it's about how to be social. You deal with so many children in your class because that behavior development is also equally important for the development of the player as a person. So this balance has to be maintained because when you do homeschooling or you do open school, they are mostly within themselves. And what happens in the school is if you're a tennis player and a cricket player or whatever and you do well, you're brought up on the assembly and put up on the podium, which is a big honor in the school, and a lot of people know you. So that is how you get known to the local people. Otherwise, you don't get known to the local people. You may be a great player, but you are within your house and that's all it is. So this balance is rather difficult considering the schools are also on their own trip trying to prove whatever they want to prove. So it is a tough thing for the young player. And it is a personal decision at the end.
So coming to enrolling a person, like enrolling oneself as a tennis player, like to begin with, how do you do?
Well, if he wants to start playing tennis, we have our list of affiliated coaching academies on our website. We also do it. So depending, as long as it's closer to their house, that's what I would suggest, to be closer to the house where they can go so they save time on travel and other things. So they can start that way as far as the playing part is concerned. As far as the playing in the tournament part is concerned, then they have to register with the state association as well as the All India Association. There's a website registration process online which they can go through and they register themselves. And after that, they can participate in the tournaments which are also listed out on the various websites.
So coming to women's tennis, how is it here now?
Women's tennis is doing well. I mean, the players are coming up. I mean, there are a lot of young girls today playing tennis. As I said, the scheme of government has 12 girls. We have 5 girls, and a lot of parents are allowing the children to go. I mean, India has changed, come a long way from what it was. Of course, then also the ladies played, but they were more from elite families. But now you find a whole lot of class of people playing the game, and they're all keen to do well. I mean, they are more competitive than the boys, I would say. Boys can be playful, but the girls are really sometimes very serious and very competitive, concentrate better. And we are having a number of girls playing all over the place, not only in Chennai, but also in the district.
So, coming to WTA tournament, which is going to be conducted in the month of August, you tell us about this.
Well, the history I have to tell you is that since the Nungambakkam Stadium came up in 1995, we've had an international event, a major international event there every year except for the COVID years. So we had 21 years of the ATP 250 where a whole lot of players like Boris Becker to Rafael Nadal to Carlos Moya and Wawrinka and Cilic came here and demonstrated their talent. And Medvedev was the last winner in 2017. So that's how good the tournament was. From the Indian perspective, that tournament was the one where Leander Paes and Mahesh Bhupathi made their first win at that level and then went on to become the world number 1 pair. So also Rohan Bopanna got to his first final in Chennai. Okay. Somdev Devarman got to his first final in Chennai. So the Ram Kumar got to the first quarter final in Chennai. So a whole lot of Indian players got a boost from this tournament to boost their rankings, world rankings, and go on to do well after that. So having said that, we did the WTA 2022, which was a grand success. It came in, I think, May, and we had the tournament in September. May or June, we got it confirmed, and within a couple of months, we had to do a lot more things. And at that time, the stadium was a little run down because of the COVID years. There was not much anybody could do. But once that 2002 was announced, the stadium had a new look. It was a fabulous job done by the Sports Development Authority of Tamil Nadu. And this time, we have been looking for such a tournament because one thing these tournaments do is keep the game very popular. It gives it a focus to everybody and brings into focus also people's imagination that there is tennis going on and things like that. Otherwise, tennis may be going on, but you may not be so aware about it. So now this has brought a lot of awareness of the game to a whole lot of people.
So what is the future you think of the talents which are available here now? You must be knowing certain talents who can really...
Yes, I know we have a long way to go. Yes,
Paes.
In fact, only sometime back someone said we now wish this talent. The talent is there. There's no doubt about the talent. What they need is perseverance and dedication, because that is also a different kind of talent, because in the end you're hitting the same forehand a million times. You just have to keep hitting it till you feel that you're the best in the world. That's how it works. And that dedication, perseverance is what we are looking in these talented players, and we are hoping that by giving them the support, they will continue to persevere and dedicate themselves, because obviously when their support is lacking in some form or the other, you have certain issues which are not in your hand. But we hope that with that support, they can reach the heights that the previous generations reached, because we reached 3 Davis Cup finals, 1966, 74 and 87, and they were spearheaded by 66 by Ramanathan Krishnan and 74 and 87 by the Amritraj brothers, and 87 Ramesh Krishnan also played a vital role to get us to the final, which is no mean achievement. And between those players, they've reached the quarterfinals and semifinals of Grand Slam quite a number of times. So definitely the talent can go forward to that level, but they just need to dedicate and persevere and not let that focus go, considering the world today has so many things happening around you.
Yeah, as you said, tennis requires hard work and dedication from both the players and the family and whoever is supporting them.
Yes.
And it requires real hard work to get to the top of the ladder, as you said. Thank you for coming to our studios, sparing your invaluable time with us. And I think our listeners will be happy to know about the championship which is going to come up in the month of October. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, and I look forward to all the listeners being at the stadium at the time. Thank you.
நேயர்கள் இதுவரை கேட்டது 100 ஆண்டுகளை கடந்து செயல்பட்டு வரும் தமிழ்நாடு டென்னிஸ் சங்கத்தின் செயல்பாடுகள் குறித்த நேர்காணல்.